Can you see the stain on my shirt? Sorry, I drank water. First grade, 6 years old. I did not know. Can I say that? Do I have to be family friendly? First grade, 6 years old, didn't know crap. 2 houses, one in the city, which is in Metro Manila, and the second one, a provincial house, which is in Clark, Pampanga. Back then, we would go back and forth. On weekdays, I'd be in Manila, and on the weekends, we'd go to Clark just to have someone occupy the house, if that makes sense. Before Monday, Sunday night, we'd be riding back home to Manila again. It was really tiring, but I don't really remember much of it, so it's fine. While I was in the provincial house, phones weren't a thing. I was 6 years old. Come on, phones weren't a thing. There wasn't any internet. I had no PlayStation or Xbox or whatever electronic kids have. I always played outside. Even if I didn't know anyone, didn't know any neighbors, any people living next to us, I just played outside on my own or with my babysitter or our maid back then. And since that we were outside, I didn't know how it started, but I gained this liking to playing with beetles. You know, those brown little insects with legs on them, and eventually they grow really big and scare the crap out of you. Yeah, those kinds of insects, but they were still small. There was a lot of trees, a lot of grass around our house, so they were abundant. Yeah, I would always play with them. They were really cute. They're so small. They were like Skittles with legs. Brown M&Ms. That racist. For some reason, I thought, hey, what if I started selling them? Because there were a lot. There was a lot of beetles. I don't know how I got the idea. I didn't even have a clear view on money back then. I had this idea of selling them. I had my maid or my babysitter help catch me some beetles. So while she was catching all those beetles, being productive, I was the background. She was there being productive while I just squat there trying to catch me some beetles, but my lame ass couldn't find any. I don't know how she was able to catch them. I can't even see anything. Yeah, I knew I said there was a lot. It was a lot. I just didn't see them. I couldn't see them. So after catching the beetles, we would put them in a large jar. And before Monday, we'd be bringing them back to Manila. So we were in the city, and when I started selling it at school, it was a big hit. I was the first big hit before BTS. Everyone was buying, and I kept, what's that term? When you run out of needles? Sold out of stock? I don't know. Whenever I would bring beetles to Manila, you would guarantee that all of them got sold. A lot of my classmates bought because they were cheap, and I sold those brown M&Ms for 1 Philippine peso. 1 beetle equals 1 Philippine peso. In no time, I had a lot of money. A lot meaning I had this pouch full of coins. So yeah, I had a lot of money. Feeling like, I don't know any rich people. Bill Gates? See you walk around with a pouch full of money? Pouch full of coins? I don't think so. I sold beetles, I had a lot of money, and I did not know it was wrong. I don't know why my parents didn't tell me of this, or anyone, but yeah, it was wrong to sell insects without a license, you know, being a minor. One time, I remember, it's a faint memory. One time I was in the middle of class, the teacher was talking, writing on the board. I was seated at the very back, and in front of me, like 2 seats in front of me, maybe even 3, a classmate of mine stood up while the teacher was writing on the board, and she walked over to me and she said, "Hey, can I buy a beetle?" So we were doing this transaction. I got the beetle. I placed it in her empty bag of chips. She had an empty bag of chips. I was like, "Put it here." Okay, because I didn't know it was wrong. Put the beetles there, and the teacher saw us and she scolded us. I didn't even know it was wrong. I just knew. Maybe before the school year ended, I already stopped. It was too much, and I'm glad I did. I would have contributed to endangering species, you know? I wouldn't want first grade to do that. So this was how I became an evil businesswoman when I was 6 years old. Business girl, business child. I would like to say that I'm sorry to the beetles. I'm sorry to the brown M&Ms with legs, the innocent insects, because I had no idea selling them was animal cruelty. I'm sorry to the kids who bought them from me and unintentionally included them in this weird insect trafficking chain. If you guys want to see my full-length apology video, click here. So parents, if you would see your kids selling insects, please tell them it's wrong. It's animal cruelty. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys next time.
There will be a next time.